Oh, sorry, my camera. Hello everyone, what's up? It's Cam back with another video on the channel. It's been quite a while since I made a video, but I've got a new SD card in the camera, which is recording right now, and I've had it sorted. Hopefully Tom Petty American Treasure Review Part 2 will be coming soon, but today is going to be vinyl update. This is vinyl update number 5. This is generally stuff that I've gotten within the last sort of 3 months since, you know, Christmas. There's some stuff I got before Christmas, some I got during Christmas, which I want to show. I want to show you a few things I got just before Christmas. There's about a few CDs in the book here. I can't remember if I showed this book in my last vinyl update, but I'm going to show it again anyway in case I haven't. This is Roger Daltrey's memoir, Thanks a Lot Mr. Kibblewhite, My Story. Roger Daltrey. This came out last October. I've read about halfway through of it. It's so far pretty good. Of course, Roger Daltrey's lead singer of The Who. I've also got Pete Townshend's memoir as well. So I thought, I quite like Pete Townshend's ones. I thought I'd get Roger's one as well. There's some pictures, and I really like, you know, Roger here doing his side of the Who story, of his story, not just the Who story, you know. Yeah. Really good book there. Thanks a lot, Mr. Kibblewhite, Roger Daltrey. I got a few CDs. I got this one at a car boot. Can't remember how much it was, but it was a good price. George Harrison, Let It Roll. This is a greatest hits album from 2009. Thought I'd get it, you know. Do quite like George's solo career. Comes with the book as well. So yeah. Now a couple of CDs one of my mum's friends got me. This is Elvis Presley, the 50 Greatest Hits. I'm not a huge Elvis fan. I like some of his songs, but he's not one of my favourites. So I thought to myself, well, this will do me. I quite like some of his big songs, so I get a CD of it. And this is on 2 CDs, like that. So 25 on each disc, so it's 50 big hits. So anyway, his famous songs like, you know, Hound Dog, Heartbreak Hotel, It's Now or Never, Are You Lonesome Tonight, Suspicious Minds, Wonder of You. So pretty much a lot of Elvis's big songs. Apologise for the poor lighting here. And then I got this one. I already have this, but it's nice to get back up of it. Johnny Cash, Out Among the Stars, the 2014 posthumous album. Bit broken in this one, but it's not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to show you some CDs and some DVDs I got over Christmas. So, okay, but before I show you the stuff I got for Christmas, I've got to show you CDs I just forgot to bring down. This is a recent find. Roy Orbison, and this is The Last Concert. This is the 25th anniversary edition with a DVD in it. I already have The Last Concert, but it's not too bad to have a backup. So it opens up like this. This was taken from an Ohio concert in 1988, a couple of days before Roy died, but it's a really good recording, really good quality recording. And Roy's voice was still on form as it always had been. And there's a leaflet for some Roy's releases. And this comes with a DVD of some bonus great live videos, which have never before been seen, and they represent Roy at the top of his game in the 80s, so really interesting there. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the CDs and DVDs I got. So, no particular order. I got The Who live at the Isle of Wight in 2004. This is a 2-disc set with a DVD in it. Yeah, it just looked interesting, so I thought I'd get it. DVDs here. There's CD1 and there's CD2. So yeah, really haven't yet heard it. It should be pretty good. I have Roy Orbison and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Unchained Melodies. They did an album of Roy Orbison songs with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra where they took Roy's original voice and put in a rhythm and orchestra in it. So yeah, they did another album of that as well as an album of it last year. Really like this one. Really, this is a really good album. This is the cover. Really like the cover. And this is the CD there. And this is thing about the Roy Orbison hologram tour, which I saw in Glasgow in April, which was really good. And then the other Roy Orbison orchestra album, which I have. So yeah, really cool, because they did it with Elvis, and now they've done it with Roy, so really cool there. Then I have the Rolling Stones, More Hot Rocks, Big Hits and Face Cookies. I have the Hot Rocks album on CD, but I have the More Hot Rocks album on vinyl, so I thought I'd get the CD of that. It's on a double disc. I think just like the vinyl. My mum also got me a book. This is called Dark Star, the Roy Orbison story. I've heard bad things about it because I'm in an Orbison group and fan group on Facebook, and they've said really bad things about this book. I haven't read it, but I know that there were a lot of lies that were told about Roy, which were later not true. But yeah, I might as well just read it. I might read it one day and see let's see if I agree or not. But, some other bits and bobs. They're in like a bit of a messed up order here. But I have The Killer's latest album, Wonderful Wonderful, that came out in 2017. I saw them on their Wonderful Wonderful tour at the Transmit Festival in Glasgow, which I thought was fabulous. So I thought I might like some of the album. So yep, got it. Yeah, really good album. I really like The Man and Run for Cover and The Calling. Other ones I really like. So yeah, it's a good album. Then I did get the 50th anniversary re-release of the Beatles' White Album. This is the one with the 2 CDs as well as the Escher demos, which they recorded at George Harrison's home. So yeah, this is the 2018 Giles Martin remix, so hopefully it should be good. And I've got a couple of DVDs that I want to show. The Who Maxim R&B Live. This is different performances of The Who from 1965 to 1989. Just really like that picture. Opens up like that, and you get 2 DVDs of different performances as well as a book. Then we have Michael Jackson, The Life of an Icon. This is a documentary about Michael Jackson. It's a pretty good documentary. Pretty good film. Actually, it's a film documentary, whatever you want to call it, but it's really good. And then I have some things my Lotta got me. I have a few things. This is Johnny Cash CD. This is Ring of Fire, The Legend of Johnny Cash. This is a 2005 compilation. Got the vinyl of it, so I thought I'd like the CD of it. It doesn't have the CD, unfortunately, but my LP came with a download card, and I used the download card in case I wanted to put it in my iPod and whatnot, and I made a CD of the download card. So, there we are. So, I got a couple of books. Another Orbison one. This one's called Rhapsody in Black. This is by John Cruth, or Cruth, however you say that, the name of his, John Cruth. This one was by Ellis Amber, this other one. This is, I think, I've heard better things about this one than the Dark Star one. So this one might be a bit better. So, I haven't read it yet. But there's a nice picture of Roy there. Here's one that I had previously not seen. So yeah, there's Dark Star. And this is a really cool one. This is called Where's Elvis? And I'm sure people are aware of Where's Wally, the Where's Wally, where you have to find Wally. Well, this is one called Where's Elvis, where you have to try and find Elvis in different locations, such as Memphis Blues Club or in Graceland. You have to try and pick out where Elvis is. Las Vegas. So yeah, different places to try and locate Elvis, pretty much. So yeah, really cool there. Where's Elvis? Okay, and I've got a few other CDs from when I was just been out and about just recently. I kind of got these in a not very sort of well pile, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I was in a Paisley charity shop and I got this one, The Killer's Sawdust, and this is a compilation of like B-sides and whatnot, so nice, cool to have there. Of course, you know I do really like The Killers, so yeah. And I have a box of the Rolling Stones' latest album, Blue and Lonesome, which came out in 2016. It just basically, you have to try and shake it to get it open. It's quite hard to get it open. You got a wee sort of like ribbon. You have like pictures of postcards in here. Just open up from that side. Some pictures of the Rolling Stones. So there's Mick, Jagger, Keith Richards, Charlie Watts, and Ronnie Wood, and the band together in the studio making this album. Got a good bargain at this in a Paisley record shop. Can't remember how much it was, but it was really affordable. Try and get these back in, which is quite hard to do. We have the CD, which just sits like that, and we just flick through it and whatnot. So yeah, it's a pretty cool release. There. Oh, got it upside down. There we go. We trying to get it all in. There's that. Okay, now I was in Glasgow last weekend and I got a few CDs from different places. So I was in FOP. I got Roger Daltrey's latest solo album, As Long As I Have You, which came out last June, I think. Haven't yet heard it, but it should hopefully be pretty good. It's got Pete Townsend on it, so it should be a good album. Then I was in That's Entertainment. I got a couple of Everly Brothers CDs. The very best of the Everly Brothers. This is one that was published in 1988. Quite a nice compilation, really. Quite like the cover. And I have The Stories We Could Tell, which is a compilation of songs they recorded for RCA, because they'd signed to RCA in the 1970s before they split. The Everly Brothers broke up, but the Everlys did get back together eventually, of course. I went to Oxfam and I got all-time greatest hits of Roy Orbison. Of course, the big hits of Roy we all know and love on here, so no explanation needed on that. And my dad got this one. He likes this band, but he's already got a good CD in them, so he gave me this one, Creedence Clearwater Revival, featuring John Fogerty, 20 greatest hits. Really like Creedence Clearwater Revival and John Fogerty. I think they're a good band. So yeah, do quite like their songs. So okay, now I'm going to go over the records I've got within the last sort of 2 months. Okay, so I'm just going over all the records I've got. I've got them from like different places and whatnot. The first one I have is these first two from a record market I got in Salkits. This is Roger Daltrey, Ride a Rock Horse. This is from 1975, I think. Yeah, 1975, I think. I have to get the plastic sleeve. Oh yeah, quite like the cover for this one. I haven't yet heard this album, but I've got another Roger Daltrey solo record. This is my second one, and this is on Polydor from 1975. Yeah, 1975. Polydor. That's quite a famous album, I think. Apparently, I'm not too sure, but yeah, well, I thought I'd add to the Who collection, Who related collection, really, to my other Roger Daltrey record that I have, which I think is just called Daltrey, really. So yeah. I've got another one. This is Electric Light Orchestra, Secret Messages, their 1983 album. I don't really know the song Rock and Roll is King, which is a really good song. But other than that, I have yet to hear the other album. And this is on Jet Records. Original inner sleeve, but I also get a plain white inner sleeve. As I said, Jet Records, just like ELO's releases have been on. Yeah, they recently did a Secret Messages double album because Jeff Lynne, who was ELO, of course, wanted to make a double album of ELO's because he kind of felt like he wasn't really enjoying making ELO. He wanted to finish off the band, and so he made a double album. And he sort of released it to get his contract with Jet Records sort of finished off with. I can't really remember, but the record company rejected the double album because they claimed it to be too expensive, and so Jeff ended up making it as a single LP. But just recently they made what the double album would have been of Secret Messages. Yeah, I was in just recently in a Paisley record shop that was closing, and I got these 3 records. So, the $1 Million Quartet, which was Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins. So I thought to myself, I quite like Johnny Cash, so this looks interesting, so I might get it. So, yeah, I haven't yet heard it, so I don't know what it's like, but we're on the Sun label. Sun Records, really love that label design. Now I've got 2 Elton John 12-inch singles. This is one for sad songs. Have the 7-inch, so I thought I might get the 12-inch of that. And it's back to the Simple Man, just like the 7-inch. And on the Rocket Record Company, this is from the album Breaking Hearts. We have a few. This is a live one of Elton John's Candle in the Wind. I think this is his live version with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. Yep. We also have Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, Your Song, and Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me from this 12-inch. And again, we're still on the Rocket Record label. So yeah, and then the next day I went into HMV in Livingston, which I didn't want to talk about HMV. You know, it's an absolute shock to hear what's happening with HMV, their administration, some stores closing. It's a shock, you know, coming out. So I just wanted to make my views on that. You know, but I'm sort of, you know, in shock, even though it's no surprise. You know, because some HMV stuff is expensive. So I thought I'd get a couple of records with Christmas money. So I have All Over the World, the very best of the Electric Light Orchestra. This is the 2005 compilation. I really like this compilation. Thought, you know, get it in vinyl since I got the CD. I also love the artwork. I think it's just, whoa, magnificent. I mean, a lot of ELO's covers I love because they're magnificent, but this is definitely one of them. Gatefold in a sleeve is even cooler, and it comes with the inserts, and it's a double LP set. We have, there's record 1. I think record 2 is identical, except they've changed label. Yep, thought it made it red instead of blue. So yeah, there's that one. And then I got the Beatles' Yellow Submarine song track. This is one I did not yet have, so I thought, you know, get it. So yeah, it's got a nice laminate cover to it. I think this came out in 1999 originally, so I'm not too sure if this is an original from 99, but it does have a very nice glossy feel to it, you know. These are, I think, just tracks from the Yellow Submarine film, and this is all just on a single record. Custom label, which is quite nice. So, it's the Yellow Submarine song track. And I was going to find this I was going to get this at the HMV in Livingston, but they didn't have it, so I thought, wait to get it online. Roy Orbison, Unchained Melodies with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. I showed the CD before, and this is the vinyl version. I think this is really cool to have. Actually, just been thinking about doing a video of my Roy Orbison record, so when I do that, do stay tuned. A magnificent gatefold picture, a really lovely gatefold picture of Roy there. Double LP, it comes with a book. It's really nice. Like pictures and liner notes of Roy, because his family kind of make these releases, you know. I think it's really cool, and who played on them and where these tracks were recorded. That's a lovely picture of Roy there. And both LPs are identical, so I'll just show you one. And there's the label for one of them. It's black vinyl, but they did a gold vinyl version, but I don't know if I would have been able to afford the gold vinyl. I thought, just take black. To be honest, I'm not really fussed if I get either gold or the regular version, but this is still nice to have. Then I went to Glasgow, as I said, at the weekend, and I got a few records. I got this at FOP. Bruce Springsteen in concert, MTV plugged or unplugged, whatever. But this is a really good live recording. Bruce Springsteen in 1992 did a show, MTV's Unplugged, which of course was a very famous show in America, and Bruce made an appearance on it, and he filmed it and recorded it, and it's a great performance. Even though he's got a different band, it's still an amazing performance. He does mainly stuff from his 2 releases he had at the time, but he does one of his big hits, which is Thunder Road, which is a good one, and he also does Darkness on the Edge of Town as well, which is really good. We have 2 inner sleeves, both ones are the same with the lyrics, and they're on they recreate the original Columbia label. So this is a reissue. It's not an original because the originals are really, really difficult to get. I had a bit of a hard time getting the original, but then I saw this for about £21. I thought, get it. Then we have Jean-Michel. Then I went into a shop called Missing, and I got these next few. This is Jean-Michel Jarre Oxygène. I really like this album. I really like Jean-Michel Jarre. He's a good French electronic composer. I have this and his album Equinox as a sort of double pack. So I thought I'd get this one. This is the original one from 1977, I think, and we're on Polydor. So yeah, I thought I'd make. I'll put it back in. We have a 12-inch single of Paul McCartney's Birthday, which contains some stuff from his recordings from his 1989 to 1990 world tour. So the songs we have in here are Birthday from Nebworth in June 1990, Good Day Sunshine from the Montreal Forum in December 89, P.S. Love Me Do, which is from Rio in April 1990, and Let 'Em In from Tokyo in March of 1990. So a lot of different recordings in it. It comes from this sleeve, and we're on Parlophone. It's on 45 RPM. So you're not sure about this plastic sort of sleeves in it. It's kind of annoying and baggy. So yeah, there's Paul McCartney birthday. And I have two sort of Everly Brothers related items, both of which I got from the same shop. We have one called Phil Everly. It's just called Phil Everly. This is from 1983. I haven't yet heard this one, but should hopefully be pretty good. I've got two other Phil Everly solo albums, and here's my third one. This is on Capitol. This one. So I think this was the last sort of solo release from an Everly brother until their reunion in 1983. Which I'm actually thinking about doing an Everly Brothers video as well as a Roy Orbison one. So, yeah. Then we have Don Everly, Sunset Towers. I think this was put out after the Everly splits. This one, I'm not too sure. I think so. I think 74? Yeah, 1974. So the Everly's split in 73, and this was 74. So, haven't yet heard either of these two, but they should hopefully be good. And we're on Ode Records. Quite an odd label there, Ode Records. But anyways, there's that. And the last record I have to show for this big update. I know it's quite a long update, but don't worry, we're just getting to the end of it. Last one, I got this from a different shop. The Rolling Stones. This is the Between the Buttons album, 1976. But 67, sorry. This isn't an original from the 60s, it's an 80s re-release. It's got the digitally remastered on it. But to be honest, it was £9. It said it was in really good condition, so thought let's get it. And I really like the cover for this one. It's got quite a nice blue like tree sort of. Kind of almost reminds me of Rubber Soul, the Beatles' Rubber Soul and Beatles for Sale covers in a way. And we're on Decca. This is the American track listings. I think one of the tracks was replaced because this one has Let's Spend the Night Together and Ruby Tuesday, which aren't on the UK versions. Because for some reason in the UK they didn't put like some of the singles they had out at the point on albums. Not sure why. Same with the Beatles really. So yeah, that's it for this vinyl update. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. There should hopefully be some more records whenever I get them really. When I do get enough records I will generally make an update. But thanks for watching and see you again soon.